Hey, it's Jen of Vegan Adventures of Jean and Jen, and I'm making this video today because I realized this morning that it was my third vegan anniversary, which is pretty cool. And for anyone who doesn't know, I was vegetarian for most of my early teen years and my early 20s, and then I did eat meat for a while, and I kind of went back and forth with that. And then 3 years ago, I just went vegan overnight, and that was the end of it. And it didn't, the pictures that you've seen in the thumbnail, it's been a slow progression for me to get to where I am. I found veganism through Freely, believe it or not. The whole 30 bananas a day, eat, raw till 4, eat till you can't eat anymore, which still was an improvement over starve yourself, eat chicken and broccoli all the time. And cheese. So it was an improvement, but little by little I started watching High Carb Hannah, and I love her. And my dear sweet friend Tanny Raw changed my life because I started eating more raw, more non-starchy vegetables. And although completely 100% raw was a little bit difficult for me with my digestion, I was able to kind of combine it in with some starch, and it really works for me. And there are videos, a couple earlier videos, where I talk about how much starch I actually eat every day and all of that. But I want to talk about that thumbnail because I posted the picture that you see in the thumbnail in a few of the groups that I've been in for a long time, the Potato Cleanse and some like vegan weight loss groups, and groups where just people post that kind of stuff because they're like, hey, don't quit. You can do this. And when I looked at those pictures today for my anniversary thing, I was kind of looking at those and I'm like, oh my God, like I couldn't believe it. The top right-hand picture is 2012. That was my daughter's high school graduation, and Jean and I had been together a year, and he was spoiling me rotten. Like, he was taking me out all the time. We were having drinks a lot, and it was a wonderful time, but I can tell I look like I'm going to explode out of my own skin. Like, I don't look comfortable and I don't look healthy. And then the picture to the left is, I'm trying to remember which picture it is 2013. It was my friend's wedding, and it was September. It was a really nice wedding, and she's a really good friend of mine. And we really enjoyed getting to go to the wedding, and it was really fun. But I look back now and I think, wow, I really didn't look good. And then that time I was working out, still eating like a ton of Greek yogurt because, God forbid, you need your protein and your bones and blah blah, and Greek yogurt's so good for you. It's like people talk about olive oil or coconut oil. It's nonsense. It's not good for you. Following by 2014, which is the picture on the top, lower left, I have a black hoodie on. You can tell I'm very thick and bloated. At that point, I had just found out that day that I had a fibroid tumor that was the size of a basketball that had encompassed my entire uterus, and I had to have an emergency hysterectomy. We were having a huge party that evening, so I couldn't tell anyone about it because I didn't want to ruin the party. We had 100 people coming to the house, and we were having this huge bonfire, and I was still drinking then, on a regular basis, not a pretty regular basis. We drank all the time. I drank tons of wine. It was whatever. We had a great time. But as you can tell, I don't look healthy. And a lot of people say, oh, it's a fibroid tumor. You could have eaten different. That tumor was actually crushing my internal organs and cutting off some of the blood supply. So I did not have a choice as far as healing from that. That needed to go. And you know what? I don't even care. It's the only surgery I've ever had in my whole life, and I would do it again tomorrow if I had to. So that was 2014. The 3 pictures along the bottom are within the last 2 weeks. And I will say probably the year that 2014, that was September or October that picture was taken with the hoodie. I probably lost 25, maybe 30 pounds that year. Going vegan, getting the diagnosis for the hysterectomy, having the surgery, all of that stuff. The year after that, I played back and forth with these 15 to 20 pounds, up, down, up, down, up, down. It was just a constant thing. And this last year, 2017, I think I've gotten probably a good 15 pounds off, and I still have a few to go, and that's cool. But just looking at the progress, I was like, I've got to tell people how to do this. I don't want there's so many times, especially as women, and the older we get, I'm 46, you really start to feel like you just can't figure out, your body's just betraying you, and you don't know why. And it is so incredibly frustrating. And a lot of people ask me, like, what do you eat in a day and all this other stuff. I've explained in a couple earlier videos how I eat my potatoes. I don't just eat potatoes until I'm going to throw up and just keep on eating them, because they're very calorie dense. You do need to have a certain amount of starch in your diet, but you don't need to have that much starch in your diet. So it's one of those things that you really do have to kind of find out what's right for you. I've explained that a bunch of times. I'll try to do it quickly here because I don't want to make a huge long video. But I do, right now I buy 15 pounds of sweet potatoes and 10 pounds of white potatoes, and I have the gallon Ziplocs. I divide those into 13 bags. I started out with dividing them into 10 bags, and I did that twice, so that was 20 days of food. And then the next cycle, I bought the 15 pounds of sweet, the 10 pounds of white, and I divided them into 11 bags. Yeah, 10, 11 comes after 10. I divided that into 11 bags, and I did that twice. And so you can see, and then I did it into 12 bags, did that twice. This next time, Tuesday, will be the next time that I buy potatoes, and I will divide it into 13 bags for the second time. And when I'm done with that, I will buy the potatoes, and then I will divide it into 14 bags. I think right now it's about 730 calories of starch a day that I get from potatoes. Everything else is non-starchy veggies, and then I do eat ice cream for dinner. Usually 2 to 3 bananas, some grapes, blueberries, whatever. Throw them all in there frozen, make my ice cream, and then I make a huge mug of herbal tea. This morning, what is this? This is chai tea, and nothing in it. It's just plain. I make this, and after dinner, because I'm freezing from the ice cream, I have a whole bunch of tea, and I'm good. I put the comments, if you go to my Instagram, which is jenny.from.the.rock, R-O-C, you can see all the stuff I eat all the time. I usually have a big pan of broccoli and Brussels sprouts, and I save the water from that to drink the next morning. Chef AJ calls it pot liquor. I guess that's what people call it in the South. I don't know. I used to throw it away, but it's great in the morning. It's almost like vegetable soup stock. It's really good. You can do that with any vegetables. I wouldn't do it with potatoes, and I don't really love the taste of carrots, so I probably wouldn't do it with carrots for me, but other people would probably think it was awesome. So I have that pot liquor in the morning. Then I have carrots and celery. I dip them in sweet chili sauce or regular mustard or both. I have a cucumber with an apple and some fresh snow peas. I'll have that also, like a big English cucumber, the seedless ones. And then I will have my broccoli and Brussels sprouts in the big pan. I'll have my potatoes, which right now is about 3 sweet potatoes and 2 white potatoes. And then I have a bunch of roasted cauliflower. I put that on the top and I eat that. And then I have my ice cream for dinner. So if I'm hungry, if I'm still really hungry, I'll have another apple, or I'll have some more, I'll have a big salad. I have some little grape tomatoes, or some of the Campari tomatoes. They're like little tiny tomatoes on the vine. They rock. But that's what I found, that I can eat as many non-starchy vegetables as I want. I just, I eat from about 10 in the morning till about 5 at night. If we have, like tonight, we have something we have to do. So it's like 1 o'clock now. We slept in a little bit, and I haven't eaten yet. I have had my, Jade, my daughter, calls it broccoli sweat. It's the water from when you boil your broccoli and Brussels sprouts. She thinks it's vile, but whatever. I've had that this morning, and then I'm having my tea, and I've just been kind of waiting because we're going to go to dinner with my parents. I'm not probably going to eat much there. I'm going to eat all of my food that I just talked about, and I mentioned in a lot of the different comments places. I will make another Instagram post, though, and put up, this is what I'm going to eat in a day. When we go out with my parents tonight, I will have already eaten all that stuff, except for the ice cream. I'm saving that for when I get home. And I will probably just order like a small salad and just enjoy the time and the conversation versus the food, because the sauce has a ton of oil in it, and their sauce is very inconsistent. It's a beautiful restaurant, but sometimes the sauce is so spicy it burns your face off, and other times it's oily, so I'm not a huge fan of their sauce. I'm going to order just a nice salad and just enjoy the company with everybody and put a little lemon or lime juice on it, and I'm going to move on, and I'm going to come home and have my ice cream. I do not drink much anymore. That is probably also a big part of the change, because when you drink, you want to eat more at night, and I don't eat at night. I don't eat after my ice cream. I have my tea, and that's it. And I don't drink a bunch of wine, because when you drink wine, you want to eat salty food and whatever other food you can get your hands on. So I don't do that either. But really, it's just a super simple approach. I run a couple 5Ks a week. I do some interval training. I have my kettlebell, which I've been working on. I did actually not through using the kettlebell. I injured my shoulder a while back, so it's been been letting it rest, and I injured my one hip running, because sometimes I run too fast, and that's faster than I need to run, and I like kind of pulled something, but I'm feeling really good now, so I'll be back to doing that. But that's really about it. I just thought I would make this video to help explain what I do. I don't eat unlimited potatoes until I'm going to fall down. I absolutely don't do that, but I do eat as many non-starchy vegetables as I feel like eating. As many as I want. I just make them up, and I have them ready ahead of time. I prep every day no matter what, because you can't rely that someone else is going to do it for you, or that where you go you'll be able to find something. I don't know if you can really see what I look like now. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. Like, here I am. It's kind of like not really the best way to show you, but I don't know. Can you see me in there? I mean, I'm not like super skinny, but I'm not giant. So there you go. My jeans are like a 6. I have a couple pairs that are 4s that I can get on, but I should not be in them in public, and I can't breathe in them, and they hurt. So pants that hurt are not cute. But that's a whole topic for my other channel, pants that hurt, because pants that hurt are never cute. I should write that down. So that's my story. If you guys have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. So many people commented, I actually couldn't even keep up with most of them. So I thought I would make this video just to kind of try to make it a little more clear. But thank you for all of the super nice things that everybody said. And I just was hoping by showing that picture that one person would see it and go, I'm not going to quit on being healthy. One person would see it and go, you know what, maybe there's a chance for me. Maybe I don't have to go dive headfirst into that bag of kettle chips. Maybe there's something else I can do, especially people that are a little bit older. Like I said, I'm 46 now, and you can do it. You don't have to be, 40 or 50 or whatever and just go, well, that's it. I guess I'm just old. I'm going to be in pain, and I'm going to be hurt, and I'm not going to feel good, and I'm just going to go take medication. Like, you just don't have to do that. So that's my story. I still have a ways to go. I'm not done. I don't think we're ever done, but if you have questions, I'll be more than happy to try to answer them, because I had people that really answered a lot of questions for me, and were always there to help, and I would be more than happy to help anybody that I could. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. If you don't like it, I don't care. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you. Bye.